Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you with another adventure into history, and today we are back in the old Milner Cemetery here. Previously, I brought y'all out here to this cemetery and we cleaned some of the graves out here with D2. Now the people buried here are associated with the old Oak Mountain Mill site that we recently documented and the now ghost town of Cleola. And of course, they are also related to Joy. So on a previous video out here, we really only looked at these graves here, but there are many more out here going off that way. There's unmarked graves throughout here and a lot of early settlement box tombs built out of fieldstone out here. In fact, there's a rattlesnake living in one of them. So we're gonna come out here today and try to do a cleanup on this cemetery. We're gonna cut away some of this overgrowth from these early settlement box tombs and also back there. So let's get started. All right, so it's hard to see for the trees, but right here I'm walking by two early settlement box tombs that are right here. Now, I think we looked at these briefly on the previous video that we did out here. One of these graves has a rattlesnake living in it, which we hope we don't see that rattlesnake today, but they're kind of hard to see from all angles because of this overgrowth. So I'm going to come in here to kind of target this area first and try to snip these trees out of here, and we'll dispose them over the fence. So let's do it. All right, so still got more to go in that direction, but we've got these little box tombs pretty well cleaned around here, so maybe we can see the rattlesnake a little bit better and we won't step on them. So I thought this was a headstone for this box tomb here, but I don't think it is. It says Roxana Milner, born in Greene County, Georgia in 1834, and died August 15th, 1869. But I don't believe there's a footstone down here. Of course, it doesn't have any initials on it. But I think that is going to be this grave right here. Just the headstone is really close to the box tomb behind it. But 1869, I guess, is a little bit late for box tombs anyway. I believe that there's two graves right here as well. I can see indentions there, but it's really hard to tell. There's so much pine straw on the ground. This cemetery could probably do with burning to burn all that up. There's that right there. For another rattlesnake den. Nope, that's a tree stump. And then back here, two more of these early box tombs. Right there, you see this pine tree right here. It's a little late to cut that one down. It's been here for a minute, but it's grown up against this box tomb and has pushed the rocks up at the head of it. This box tomb there. It's a much better view though through there. And then coming back around here, we've got a fieldstone headstone, unmarked grave right here. Got another kind of broken and collapsed box tomb there, and then two more box tombs over there hopefully we can get to. So I need to obviously remove all these, small sweet gums from this area before they just completely crowd everything out. But I think I'm going to first move in that direction, just kind of snip out these pines. There's one growing up right there behind Mary Elizabeth Milner's headstone. So we'll come over here and just knock these out real quick. All right, so yesterday I would have been standing in a bunch of baby pine trees, and today it's not. And that's where we stopped yesterday. I ran out of time yesterday and had to call it quits. But I'm back here today, so hopefully we can get this place finished up today. Right now my electric chainsaw is charging in the Gladiator over there. So I'm going to focus over this way where there's some deadfall, and we'll just try to clean up any of this deadfall. There's a bunch of it through here, and also get the rest of these pine trees that I cut yesterday down. Then we'll snip down the rest and start working our way over that way. Should be a good day, lots of progress. Let's get to it. All right, so right here we see 3 of these small granite, I think these are called pillow top markers, but well, we only actually see 2. We see Rucker Malden here and Irene Goodwin Milner right here. So I figured we'd take a little side quest while I'm waiting on the old battery to charge up and uncover this one right here. Did you even see it? I don't know. It's got a fire ant bed living right there. Probably dormant this time of year. So I'm raking these or sweeping these leaves off of there, which is only going to do so good this time of year because the trees still have plenty to drop. At some point in the future, I think these need to be raised up out here in this cemetery. These markers like this often, as we can already see, sink into the ground and start to disappear like this. So these should be pretty thick. And these should be pretty thick stones. So the idea would be to build or pour a little concrete foundation or brick or something underneath it to bring the bottom of these stones up to ground level, and that'll keep them from sinking into the ground in the future. So that'll be something that we'll look at in the future at doing out here. Let me move the camera over so we can really see this one. This is Herschel H. Milner, born September 26, 1875 and died in 1921. So we can see how this one's just kind of already getting covered up by the ground with help from this fire ant nest here. And this is good granite rock, so we'll have to worry about damaging it, pushing this dirt off of here. But you still, even on granite, you never want to use metal or anything like that. You just want to use plastic, something that doesn't scratch the stone, you know? There we go. Try to loosen this red clay. Boy, this red clay gets on something and it don't want to come off. It'll stain some marble too, as we've seen at our other cemetery project. All right, well, we got that uncovered for now. Like I said, maybe we'll come back out here and do that foundation thing at some point in the future and get these raised up out of the ground, because we can already see that the top of this is at ground level, and it doesn't take any time at all for something like this stone to get totally covered up and be lost to time. All right, so we're back in business with the mighty electric chainsaw. So we'll just go ahead and snip these 2 little baby pines down right here, then get back to the rest. There, better already. And ain't that electric chainsaw great till the battery dies, which it just did. So I'm going to clean up what's on the ground here, hopefully, and put this on charge. Maybe take a minute to warm up myself because it's getting chilly out here. Someone's got a big fire around here, so smoke has rolled in and covered the sky, and it cooled it down quite a bit. But we're also losing daylight. We've got about 2 hours left, I guess. What time is it? Yeah, something like that. What I really want to get to, and I hope we can get to it today, are all of these graves out here. Now, these are all unmarked graves, and you might be able to see some of them on the video right now. There's 2 box tombs right there, and there's a bunch of fieldstone headstones, and then a lot of indentions all throughout here. There's even an indention, which is a grave, all the way over there by the fence, which is surprising. I didn't realize they went that far out, but it's looking good out here. It's really connecting this as one cemetery rather than having this cluster of trees kind of dividing it. It totally has changed the atmosphere of this place too, I'll say. I'm gonna put this on charge, get this stuff off the ground, and maybe warm up, and hopefully this battery will charge up quick enough that we can get this close to finished. At least get over, I just want to get around these graves over here. If we can do that today, then I'll be happy. All right, so we're really getting close to the point that I want to be at today, but we are running out of sunlight quick. Look at this place. It looks so much better. Do a pan around for you real quick. And now we're getting over here to these graves, so I want to show them to you on video real quick. We got the 2 box tombs here, one of them with a tree growing out of it. There's another grave right there, just fieldstone, an indention right there. See the fieldstone sticking up right there with an indention. Then there's a grave, there's a grave, there's a whole row right here basically. Right there, and all the way back at this fence over here, got another one right there. So we've got a lot less trees here than we started with, these little sweet gums, but still quite a bit more to do. Plus there's some more over there. So right now I'm just going to focus on getting these graves right here cleared off. So let's get it done. I think it's very important that we got graves such as these 2 unknown box tombs uncovered and kind of brought back into the cemetery, along with all of the other box tombs and unmarked graves that are out here. We know who the people are in the marked graves, of course, but I think it's just as important to honor and recognize the unmarked graves, because the people who were buried in these graves, they were alive just like you and me were one time, and these sort of people are our real history. It doesn't matter their status in life, whether they were rich or poor, they were living the same as you and I today are. And I think it's very important that we recognize that and recognize all of the people in these old historic sites. Adventures into History often finds us in small family cemeteries like this, documenting sites like this or old homes that are forgotten off in the woods. And I think that that kind of documentation is so very important. The grave of a president will never be forgotten, or a president's house will never be in ruin in the woods. But the people here often get forgotten, but these are the people that we come from. These are the people that we come from right here, and their graves deserve to be remembered. In school, when we learn about history, we learn about famous world leaders, we learn about world events, but we don't learn about our own lineage or the people on the ground, the rich or the poor, who are the people we actually come from. And I think that that's a very important thing to remember. right, so we're gonna move over here. Got two that I think are priority to get out. The little things around this box tomb right here. Then there's an indention right there, and at the head of that indention, there's or actually the foot, there's a sweet gum growing that we'll take out. And none of these trees were planted intentionally, of course, as we've talked about before. With cemetery cleanup, you know, you never want to damage anything that was put here intentionally, even plant-wise, because plants can also serve as grave markers. Not in this case though. This is all just stuff that's growing up that shouldn't be growing up. Let's see how long the chainsaw battery holds out, as I just gave it a quick charge in the Jeep. Knock those out, and if we've got time, daylight and battery, we'll work that way. So as it turns out, the chainsaw battery was not going to hold out. It was just a quick charge, I gave it anyway. But let's look at this place, see what we did. We've obviously got this box tomb we just talked about. There's more unmarked graves going all throughout there. We've obviously still got some trees, some volunteer sweet gum trees back here we need to remove. Got these to do as well, and that'll be it. And this place will be looking real good. But just check out this view right here. Could not have done that a couple days ago. It really makes this entire place feel more connected and open, I guess is the right word. These graves aren't so shrouded in the mystery of being forgotten under these trees. So we've got those. Then of course over here just looks great. Already looked pretty good, but definitely better to be able to stand here and see everything. Take it in as a whole, I guess you'd say. So I'm going to come back and finish this another day. I'd like to get all that dead growth down. Or off the ground. There's a dead pine tree right there that really needs to come down, but I think that one's above my pay grade. So it looks good here. Very pleased with it. Feels good to be able to do this, to make a difference in a place like this. And if you're interested in seeing the final little bits of cleanup, we've uncovered pretty much every grave out here that was kind of blocked. I mean, just look at that view right there, where you can see all of that. It's amazing. But we've uncovered pretty much every grave that was blocked by these sweet gum trees. So that's going to conclude this video for this channel. But wait, I'm going to go ahead and upload a part 2 when I finish it up to my other channel, Old Bird Farm. People enjoy watching me work over there and cut trees down, so I think we can do that. Like I said, we've covered most of the historical aspect of this cleanup by getting all these graves out and identifying them. There's so many indentions out here. I guess we could do a quick count. We've got, looks like 1. Okay, so we'll try to count the unknown graves right here. There's 1, 2, and I think there's 3, definitely 4, 5 right there. And then we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Uncovered this little field stone right here. So that's going to be number 12. 13, 14, and 15 over there. So that's what my count is right now, about 15 unknown graves. I'm sure I'm overlooking some. Actually, I think there's a indention right there, so that should be about 16. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on another adventure into history.